Okay. Let me get this up. Whoops. Forgot this. All right. All right. Hi, Sarana. Hi, Earthy. Angela. Silver Willow. Shauna. Hi, hi, hi. Hexen. Yay. I'm so excited when Hexen gets to be in here because he works most evenings. All right, let me put my glasses on first. So I wish I could have done this over where my herbs are, but I have a lot of organization to do over there. So I kind of just brought everything this way to kind of do things this way. So hi. All right. Ozark, Allie, and Willow Hawk, hello. Ooh, who said they were new? Somebody said they were new. Hang on. Hello, Miranda. Hi, Miranda. Welcome. Love the change in scenery. Yay. Playing with my new Fate Shifters Tarot. Ooh, Fate Shifters. Do I know Fate Shifters? I don't think I know that one. Hi, Miss Babs. And Tangi's here. Hi, honey. Selkie, Karen. Christine, Fool's Journey, Lori. Magical Mandy, hi. All right. Hello, hello. Hi, Linda, Robbie, Takesha. All right, so Litha Midsummer is Thursday night into Friday, which is so weird. Hi, Deb. It went way, way too quick. I can't believe how quickly it's gone. So I thought we'd go over some recipes for incense and oils and that kind of thing. Don't let the cat out. So I will tell you, first of all, let me just tell you about my day a little bit. It was crazy. Somebody please remind me to charge my crystals, right? It is the full moon, so obviously healthcare people, you know, it kind of goes crazy. My aunt is driving me nuts. Like, I had a crazy day. It was busy, busy, busy. And then I get home and she's driving me nuts. Like 2 minutes ago, I'm trying to finish up getting all the ingredients I need out and I'm setting stuff up. And she comes out and she's like, can you help the neighbor to try to get his dog inside? And I'm like, not really. So she went to, she's going to drive the neighbor crazy now. Hi, Yahui. She went to wake my son up, who, you know, is awake all night because he's a teenager. She's calling up the scares. Joey, Joey. I'm like, honey, he doesn't want your help. Our neighbor, it's not like we're real close with our neighbors. I've gone out there because I love their dog. They have, you know, my favorite dog, which is an Irish Wolfhound, which, you know, is basically a horse. And, but the neighbors, they're not real friendly, outgoing neighbors. And they certainly don't know Nancy and her craziness. I hear out there trying to talk to him and he's like, huh? All right. So I'm glad you're here, Yahui. I remember those days from when I worked at the retirement center. Yes, it is a little bit crazy for sure. Hi, Katie. So, hi, Tony. All right. So I have in my, so this is, as crazy as this is, it's funny, my Hunger Games, because it was, I think it was at the Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. This is Willow Ann's Apothecary book. Hi, Misty. Hi, Nikki. So I try to take all my recipes that I know work out really well, my incense recipes, my oil recipes, and that kind of thing, and write the recipes in this book. And when I figure out like a new, so you know, guys, that I say if it works for you, it works, right? So every herb works for different purposes. And if you look up an herb, like on my Pinterest board or something, there's a million different properties for each herb. And many of them probably will work the same way across most people's energies. But there are some herbs that work differently for me and some herbs that'll work differently for you. And sometimes you discover like that an herb works really well for something that you didn't expect it to for you. So when I figure out something that is not maybe necessarily normal, like it would be in all the books and stuff, I try to write it in my apothecary book so I remember, because Mama Squirrel's memory is not the greatest thing in the world. Hi, honey. So I also write that kind of stuff in here. So when I flipped to Midsummer, which is funny because I started out looking at for Litha and there's nothing in there, and I'm like, I know I had recipes. Yeah, well, it's under Midsummer, Jen. Duh. So all my Midsummer recipes are under M for Midsummer. And I forgot I haven't made my lavender simple syrup, which then on Midsummer I use to make my lavender lemonade, which my son absolutely loves. And I keep forgetting I was going to try to send him some for Midsummer, so I got to try to make it. And so I thought I would at least, I was going to try to do that today, but Nancy is like out and about and yeah. Yes, lavender lemonade. I'm telling you what, it is awesome. It's my oldest son, it's like his favorite thing. So yay. Oh, I have to watch that. I'm excited. Okay. Let me just tell you how to make the lavender simple syrup really quickly, because it's really easy. It's not really hard. Lavender, for the simple syrup, lavender is an herb that is more potent when you dry it. Believe it or not. I know that sounds funny. But so if you have dried lavender, you need less of it than you do if you have fresh lavender. So I always, I have my dried lavender all the time. And so dried lavender, you only need a little bit of it. Hi, Justin. How are ya? Haven't seen you here in a little while anyway, a couple times. Okay, so here's the recipe for the lavender simple syrup. The simple syrup is like a concentrated form of lavender, sweet lavender, that then you can make other recipes. And usually you need the simple syrup to make lavender cake, to make lavender drinks, to make lavender or desserts, all kinds of stuff. So I have almond in my teeth. Sorry. The butterfly lemonade is so great and pretty, right? So there's 2 cups of sugar. It is not a diabetic friendly recipe, in other words, right? 2 cups of sugar, 1.5 cups of water, and 3 tablespoons of dried lavender. Now, if you don't have dried lavender, you're going to need more than that. I would put, if it's fresh lavender, like literally, I think I would put like a cup, at least 1/2 cup. Maybe more like 3/4 of a cup to a cup. And yeah, you can use half stevia, that's true. Or I will tell you, I'm curious, I bet you my monk fruit would work really good too, because it's really good. Hi, Blay. Because that's really good, and I could see that would be on there. That would be really good. And then I also do a little bit of food coloring, because usually when you dry the lavender out, it's a little bit purpley, but it doesn't have that that gorgeous, purple color to it. So you're going to combine the sugar, water, and lavender in a medium saucepan. And bring it to a boil. So you put it on high, you bring it to a boil, you let it boil for 1 minute. That kind of lets everything seep in a little bit. And then you cover it and take it off the heat and let it steep. So now it's like tea. You're going to let it soak in all that goodness for 20 minutes. And then you strain it. You take all that lavender back out of it. You strain it right out. So either cheesecloth or like, I know I showed before, if you have a metal coriander, that's how the good stuff come out. I have to say though, when you're trying to drink lemonade, I've tried to leave a couple bits of the lavender in there so it looks really cute and stuff, but that's okay. Happy birthday, Lady Blind Wolf. And it's distracting because it doesn't taste great when it's been dried and then it's kind of mushy, and it just doesn't, it's not the same. So you want to strain it. And then add a little bit of food coloring till it's the color you want. I don't add very much, like a drop of blue and a couple drops of red maybe. And that makes it a really pretty lavender color. And then you just set it aside, let it cool, and then put it into an airtight container. And that should stay for a week. So you can make as many things as you can for a week. I put chamomile with my lavender, my lemonade. That's cool. Perfect. So then to make my lemonade, maybe just stick a stem in the glass. Yeah, that would be really pretty, right? Really pretty. So then to make the lemonade, it is 1.5 cups of fresh squeezed lemon juice, which would be about 9 lemons, usually. 1 1/3 cup of sugar, or substitute if you're trying to be good, but it tastes good. 8 cups of coconut water, which you can get from Big Lots. If you have Big Lots, they have really good prices on coconut water usually. And the coconut water makes it just a little bit sweeter. Oh, it tastes so good. 4 cups of water and half of the recipe that you made, the lavender simple syrup. Thank you, Heather. And then mix everything but the syrup up. And then you add the syrup until you taste it. Usually it's about half. But you add the syrup up until it tastes really good. Hi, Ben. And then, so that's the Midsummer Coconut Lavender Lemonade. And it's so good. It's 9 fresh squeezed lemons, or about a cup and a half. And I will tell you, I have used, the little plastic lemons that you can buy. I have used them and it works out okay. It does taste a little bit better when it's fresh squeezed stuff. But I have used that. It works. Hi, Bob. Did your day get any better, Bob? I know you and I were both having the same kind of day, I think. It was insanely nuts. Yay. Okay, so that is, hi, Kelsey. It got better when I got home. Me too. Absolutely. Me too. Hi, Jack. So far we've gone over lavender simple syrup, which you can save for about a week in the fridge. And then we took some of that lavender simple syrup, which that makes everything. It makes like all your lavender recipes, they want you to use lavender simple syrup first. And then we talked about the Midsummer lemonade I make, which is coconut lavender lemonade. And it's so good. Like I said, it's my oldest son's favorite. I think I'm going to try to make a batch and send it to him because he loves it. I'm trying to figure out if I can. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If you use the fresh lemons, you can use the peels in other ways. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, you should be able to freeze the syrup. I don't think I've ever done it, but I'm sure if you put them, especially if you put them in ice cubes, and then when you want some, you just pull out the, one or two ice cubes and plop it in. It's really, really good. That coconut water makes it just sweet enough. So good. I'm going to make some for Midsummer, Bob. You guys should come out this weekend. We'll do something for Midsummer. Okay, so let's talk about, you want to do incense or oils first? I know, it tastes really super good too. Oils, good, because that's what's out front. All right, so when I'm doing oils, I have my little plastic witch bowls. I have 3 sizes actually, but the other one right now I'm using for candle bits until I, get enough to make another candle out of it. I always bring out my base oils. Oh, I forgot to get my distilled water. So I really need to get more grapeseed oil because I've made all of it when I made, what oil did I make the last time? Beltane oil? I made something else. Can't remember. Are you free Sunday? Sunday. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I have my probably Sunday because my brother-in-law's birthday party is Saturday and yours is Friday, right, Ben? So your birthday is Friday. Happy birthday. So extra virgin olive oil. This stuff you can get at the Dollar Tree. So $1 for that little thing. Baby oil as a carrier. It depends, Lady Blind Wolf. You could, as long as you just be careful if you're going to heat the oil. Baby oil is not good when you're going to heat it. Like if you put it in a little oil warmer with the candle underneath. It's not good. It's not flammable per se, but it doesn't do very well when you heat it. So I would use a different one if you're going to heat it. But if you're using it for, skin or anointing oil or something, that's okay. Yeah, mineral oil. Oh, perfect. That's fine then. I love my grapeseed oil. That's really good for your skin on top of it. But I also use virgin olive oil. I have used jojoba oil. I have used sweet almond oil. Sweet almond oil is nice. Although if you're going to use that on your skin, it sometimes is a little sticky. I've used, what else? What other carrier oils have I used? Sunflower oil would be good for a Litha oil. Yay! Awesome. I know. I make my own, and then I had to have Brad make me his Litha oil. So he sent me a little bottle of Litha oil, which, did I put it on my altar? I don't see it. I think I did. Grapeseed oil is wonderful. Yes, exactly. Makes it absorb really well. It does. For sure. As a matter of fact, I'm going to probably use the rest of my grapeseed oil to start out with anyways. Put it in the little bowl. So how much carrier oil should you use? Well, this is what we're doing, Earthy. No problem. What brand of essential oils? Okay, so that's a really good question. Because essential oils could be a very It could be really, really potent, and some of them kind of seem like you need a lot more. I a lot of times will go with whatever I find, and so it's not cooking, so no measurements exactly. And so it depends. So Peter and I were selling Young Living oils for a while, but I will say that Young Living oils are really expensive. They're not really expensive. There's more expensive oils, but hi Talia. They are, to me, they seem more concentrated, so you need less of them. I've used mostly grapeseed oil to season cast iron. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yep, and cheaper ones for others. Exactly. I feel the same way. Because some of them you really want that potent smell in there. And some of them, like, what is this? Aura Cassia. I've had good luck with these. I get these at Lori's and at Wegmans. So Lori's Natural Foods has these. And I have really good luck with these, and they're a little bit cheaper than like Young Living. I have used, these ones are Nature's Truth. I have a couple different ones of those. I've had really good luck with these ones. If I will tell you, if it's going to be anything that's going to be eaten, if you're like doing a special oil for something that you're going to eat, 20 drops to 1 ounce of carrier about, but test a spot on your skin beforehand. Oh, Ben, you're so cute. I'm really glad that you are very precise. I am so not. I'm like, does that smell good? I think I need a little more. doTERRA, I have. Absolutely. They're good too. So I will tell you, anything that I'm going to ingest at all, Young Living has a specialized line of, what do they call it? Ingestible. Hold on. They actually call it something. And I cannot believe, I need a stronger glasses, I think. This is crazy. It's their white label, which is, Target. Target has a good, I've only found a couple that were dietary oils. Is that what they're called? Therapeutic grade, pure therapeutic grade. That's what they call it for Young Living. Well, Jack, it depends on the essential oil, technically. Like this is tangerine. So because Young Living makes it specifically able to be ingested. And this is lemon. So they have, there's citrusy ones. And what's the other one? There's a couple that they have. There's maybe juniper. I can't remember what else they have. They have a couple, though, that are okay to be ingested. Okay, so all I've done is put my grapeseed oil in there. And I'm only going to make, well, I don't know. You can make a couple different ones, edible oils, right? Also because Young Living is BS because of the trademark thieves oil. Yeah, you can make your own. Absolutely. I'll tell you, what's the one, is it Young Living that has the blue, whatever the heck it is? That is really, the scent is awesome, and it took me forever to like create the scent myself. And then when I did, I was so excited and I forgot to write it down. So now I have to start over and I can't remember what it is. I think it is Young Living. And it's super expensive, but it smells so good. It's one of their blends and it smells amazing. And I love it for like meditation and stuff. But it took me forever to figure out like close to what it was. And then I didn't write it down. That's me. All right, so let's talk about different midsummer oils. So if you think about, hi Witchy Woo, if you think about midsummer and what time midsummer falls into, I have Now and Nature's Valor's Alchemy. I hope to start using doTERRA. I've used some of my friends, and now I got to get it, right? Valor is my favorite blend of theirs. Ooh, that's good, too. No, I mean, it sucks because it's an ancient blend. They just freaking trademarked. Yeah, I know, Jack. It is. I hear you. Absolutely. I know. Okay. So, Midsummer. You're going to be using kind of a citrus usually in it. Some kind of floral thing that is growing at the time. So, usually rose, chamomile, lilac, because lilacs, even though it's a little bit late by the time it gets here, lilacs, have been about a month over. Jasmine is a big one, and lavender. All of those are big with the floral part of it. And usually an orange oil, a lemon oil, a tangerine oil, that kind of thing will satisfy the citrus part of it. Hi, Gypsy. Did Gypsy come in? Did I miss Gypsy? Yes, I did. Hi. And then, so it's kind of a trial and error, guys. I'll tell you, the Midsummer oil that I know I have worked with is sunflower oil, because sunflowers are a big thing at Litha. I specifically usually get sunflower. Can bergamot? Yes, absolutely bergamot. Be careful with citrus in the sun, though. Well, Ben, you're not bathing in it. How much oil do you anoint yourself with for Midsummer, Ben? Are you bathing in the oil? Yes, we used bergamot in our ritual oil that we made, for Tarathon. He would. So sunflower, this is my recipe that I used the last couple years. Sunflower oil, lavender, orange, rosemary, and peppermint. Bergamot. So I did bring out my bergamot because, at least I hope I did. Thought I did. I swear I did. Oh, right here. It's a kind of citrus. And it's, I don't know how to describe, it's almost lime and they have digestible now, most herbs plus orange, lime, tangerine, a citrus blend. Yeah, I knew I smelled lime in there. Lime, tangerine, lemon. It's a whole bunch together. Yeah, it's really good. So that could be part of your citrusy. I'm going to try a different one this year, though. I found a Midsummer Fairy blend that I'm like, ooh, every time I get startled every time you say tangerine. I want to try this one. I'm going to make the Midsummer Fairy blend because I'm a really more earthy smell kind of person. I'm floral. I add a little, but I'm not a real perfumey floral kind of person. I like my patchouli. I like my earthy stuff. So I like earthy better. So I found this Midsummer Fairy oil that I want to try. So what it says is, and we'll try it. Magnolia is magnificent. Right? Yes. It is 4 parts. So when we say parts, it depends on how much you're making, right? 4 parts of, hi, Ricky. Is there a holiday Sabbath coming up? Yes, Robbie. On Friday is Midsummer or Litha. It's the longest day of the year. So we'll be celebrating Thursday night into Friday. I usually wake up with the sun on Friday morning. So it's 4 parts tangerine, 2 parts patchouli, 2 parts cedarwood, 1 part lavender, 1 part lang lang, and 1 part bergamot. Doesn't that sound awesome? And I'm just realizing that I forgot my cedarwood over here, my cedarwood oil. So hold on one second. All right, cedarwood is... Go away, fly. What, are you kidding me? Cedarwood. Okay, so then I usually kind of mix it up, and then we kind of see what it smells like, and then we add what we want to add. All right, so I get all my oils together. Then I get out my pipettes, okay? And you want to use a different pipette, usually, for every oil. Hi, Em. You missed a couple recipes, but you can always back it up. Now, these are usually, they call them one-use pipettes because they are plastic and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I reuse them, and what I do is, I should have brought the other jar over. I keep a jar of half rubbing alcohol and half distilled water, and I switch that out maybe 4 times a year or so, and I try to wash them out as well as I can, and then I put the pipettes in the cleanser so that then I can use them again. Because I don't have money to buy pipettes all the time. I've used pipettes, these pipettes. I ordered one big bulk thing of pipettes, and I've used them now for 3 years. 4 years. How long have I been here? 5 years. 5 years. And I haven't had to buy another thing of pipettes yet. So that should tell you something. You can reuse them. All right, so I got a couple out. We're going to, let me find my tangerine. All right, here we go. Yep, I reuse the witchy woo. I just make sure I clean them really good and then put them in that mixture, half and half. And, whoops, all right. So, if they have droppers, you don't need the pipettes because the droppers only do 1 drop at a time. Just, watch how many you're doing. All right, so how many is this? 4 parts tangerine. So let's do 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. And again, I am not a big measurer, so not a big deal. 2 patchouli. You know, my absolute favorite, which is starting to get a little low, I think, because I use it with everything. I've saved the glass droppers from other bottles. Yes, like the CBD oil bottles. Perfect. Be careful in the sun. Yes. Okay. Again, dropper. Perfect. Love it. Measure it with your heart. 1, 2, 3, 4 or so. Love my patchouli, so I have to do a little bit more. This is patchouli, dark patchouli, which to me is really super earthy. What kind of weather does patchouli like? It likes warm and wet. So Hexid would be able to grow it really well. And Ashley, and whoever else is down in that warm, wet stuff. 2 cedarwood. Patchouli plants, I know, right? What are we making now? We are making Midsummer Fairy oil. So, bring some up in your pipette. I'm going to put about 6 in there because that's what I feel like it needs. Isn't patchouli sort of endangered at the moment? Endangered is the wrong word. Apparently, it is getting harder to find it, which is why if you could grow it, that would be even better. That's one of those, boy, I would have such a hard time if they actually called it endangered. I'm going to have a hard time. I was trying to figure out if I could make a greenhouse be like that warm and wet in New York and grow my own because I need it. I don't know though. It's so, especially now that I'm like, I don't know if the weather's going to stay this crappy or what. I don't know. Good question. It is not endangered yet. I can tell you that. But, you know, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be careful when we're using it. So this lavender, I go through a lot of lavender because almost like every recipe wants lavender. This, I think, I'm trying to think. I think I might have got this at Lori's too. If it was a fairy festival, how would you celebrate it? Calling upon the fae. What was the first oil? Tangerine. 4 parts tangerine, 2 parts patchouli, 2 cedarwood, 1 lavender so far. How would you celebrate it? Calling upon the fairies. I have a whole video about calling upon the fairies. Let me finish my recipe, and if you remind me, I'll talk a little bit more about the fae, okay? With patchouli, it takes so very little. I know it does, but same with lavender. Lavender, really a little goes a long way. Come on. Oh my goodness, there. I'm just not patient enough to let it drop. Whew, yeah, now it smells all like lavender. Hexen asked if it was a fairy festival, and I added to that. Oh, I missed Hexen's question. I'm sorry. Lang Lang. Where the hell's my Lang Lang? Are you kidding me? I didn't get my Lang Lang either. I got all these freaking things, and I didn't get my Lang Lang. And I didn't get my cedarwood before either. Craziness. All right, where the hell's my Lang Lang? Here's some. I have a couple different Lang Langs. All right. Lang Lang. I really wish I could have done this video over there. I really need to clean my dirty freaking area. Where's Brad at, right? I want to learn about the fairies. The plant should be fine grown indoors in a bright light. Really? It's so dry when we have to turn our heat on. Hi, Thomas. That I worry about it being too dry. Well, if I did a humidifier or something, maybe. Mama, I had asked if Litha was a fairy festival. Yes. All of the Sabbats between Beltane and Samhain, technically you are still working with the fae. And even after Samhain, there's certain fae, but it's not the regular fae that we think of. So how many Lang Lang? 1 or so. And then bergamot. Which is, I just saw it 12 times. So I know that one's over here, darn it. Lang Lang, lemongrass, sandalwood. Where the hell's my bergamot? Are you kidding? Oh, here it is. I keep forgetting it's in this bottle. All right, so this one does not have a dropper, so we're going to use a pipette. And it's technically 1, so, you know, all right, maybe not that much. Something like that. Maybe a little bit. My fae, I'll tell you what, my fae, maybe a little bit more. My fae video, my first fae video anyways, is like one of my very early ones. So if you filter it by time and say oldest to newest, it'll be like close to the top. Because it was pretty early on, I think. Sandalwood too. Oh yeah, sandalwood's good. Thank you, Tubby KK. I appreciate it. Are elementals and fairies the same? They are part of the fae world. It depends. It depends. Some people call them the same thing. But some people say they're different. Because it's such a good question, Thomas. my thought is they are like from the same world. But they're different species of the Fae. So it would be like saying in the pet world, there's dogs and cats and mice, and they're quite different, but they kind of all come from the same cloth, kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of. I think the Fae can have association with fairy are part of the elemental world. Yeah, but they're category. Yeah, exactly. I think Fae can have an association with certain elements, but there are specific, elemental spirits. Exactly. One is tied to the land, place, and the other exists alongside of us, right? You and I are just Ent people. Oh, I love my tree Ents. Yep, for sure. Me too. Okay, so I used this one. Good. And is that it? Yes, technically that's supposed to be it. So I'll get one of my little herbal spoons here. And I'm going to stir it up, and then we'll smell it and see what we think. Because I'll tell you, it depends on what I'm going to use the oil for. This one, I'm going to use it to kind of anoint myself before I do a Fae working on Friday. I think I'm calling in on Friday, by the way. I forgot to take it off, which I never do. Ooh, that's super nice. Thank you, Witchy Woo. That's right. Tangerine, patchouli, lavender, cedar wood, lang lang, and bergamot. And that's it. Oh, that smells super good. So that was super good. Now, what else? So I then have my little bottles. Hang on. What do I do with all my bottles? Oh, here they are. So you pick a bottle. I have all kinds of little bottles. I think I'm going to put the fairy oil in here. I did not grab my funnel. See, this is why I so need to be in my herbal corner there, because everything is there. Let me grab my little funnel and show you how easy this is. So I have a Pyrex glass funnel, which I use for a whole lot of things. And if I can find bigger ones, that's like my goal, because you can get the little plastic funnels at like Dollar Tree and stuff. But Cernunnos, oh yes. In forest areas, me too, Thomas. I'm with you completely. But the glass one works so much better. So much better. I can't even tell you. I love the glass one. Works better for everything. It really does. So there's a little cork in this one. I'm going to put the little funnel in there. Now, I am not a neat person. Do you think? Can you see that? So I usually put it in the other bowl so that if I spill or anything, it's still in a bowl at least, right? So this is all you do. You pour it in there, make sure it doesn't go over the top of the funnel. And I didn't think about how big the bottle was. Is it going to fill up? Yep. Shit. Stop. Hang on. Oh, it's right at the top. Damn it. Okay, so it worked really well, but it's full. So I'm going to put it back in here because it's going to overflow. Yay. Night tan. And then I'm going to spill it all over myself. But hey, at least I'll smell good. All right, so what I was going to say is sometimes, all right, it's dripping everywhere. Gotta love it. At least it's good for your skin. Sometimes I will see it and think, it's not that pretty. This is okay. But we might want to add a little bit of herb of whatever. Like if you have some lavender, you might want to add a couple sprigs of lavender in there. You can, what else do we use? I don't have bergamot. Oh, you can put a little piece of cedar wood in there. For this one, there's not much else. But yeah, if you added flowers, it would be pretty. So, yep, crystal chips. That's a great idea, Hexen. So, what do you think for a Fae oil? What crystal chips do you think we'd be using? Any idea? I'll tell you what I think. But, again, it's your oil. So, what do you think you'd be using? Rose quartz? Sure. Absolutely. If you're a rose quartz person, or if I'm making it for somebody else, moss agate, that'd be great for a Fae oil. Amethyst, yeah, I was thinking amethyst, definitely. Citrine, that's a good one. Tree agate, right? Let's see. Stuff like petrified wood. The Fae love petrified wood. Onyx. If you cup the top of the funnel, it will create a vacuum and will not spill out. Oh, thanks, Faye. Too late now, but, I'm going to have awesome skin tomorrow. The one that begins with T and is blue. What? Shoot, did I miss something, Earthy? Damn it, hold on. Labradorite, that'd be good for sure. Labradorite because of its colors. Yeah, the Fae love those bright colors, right? Moonstone, that'd be great. I can't think of the name. By Abby answered the T, and it said I can get a light greenish blue color like teal. Pat's home. Tanzanite, that'd be a good one. For sure. Absolutely. So all of that, it's, it is subjective. What does your energy think the Fae would like? I will tell you the only thing that you should keep away from the Fae because they hate it is iron. If you have iron around your Fae altars, and can I please just move in with you and learn all the things I want to know? That's right, Hexen iron. They hate iron. So cast iron, if you're doing a Fae tiger's eye, absolutely. Yes. Yep, I can do that for sure, Faye. I'll put the recipe in the down bar there. Yeah, they hate iron. They will get pissed off at you. As a matter of fact, if you put iron, like cast iron, one year I forgot my cauldron outside. And it happened to be one of my cast iron cauldrons. So not only did it rain like crazily in the middle of the night, so when I woke up, it was like completely rusty looking. I had to re-season the whole thing. But then they took like half of the shit that I had left out on my altar. In the movie, her wings were burned off with iron. Yeah, yep. They took half of the shit that I had left out on my altar and hid them for like months. So like I had a statue of a fairy that disappeared. I had a big, like heavy hunk of petrified wood disappeared. That one disappeared completely. I don't think I've seen it since then. Yeah, they will get you back. if you leave iron out in anywhere near what you have left out for them, or do not have iron anywhere near them because they will get pissy. Oh, do we have another new person? Yes, welcome. I still have the glass marbles in my fairy garden and they are still turning them over. Yay! Number 2 is coming out. I think I might have a wishing rock that they like. Awesome. There we go. How do you know when the Fae have come? A couple different ways. One is, I will tell you that the Fae will, if you leave offerings, usually I leave my honey cakes, which I make honey cakes from Beltane until Lunasa. Those 3 holidays, I make honey cake, Beltane, Litha, and Lunasa, I make my honey cakes for the Fae because they really love the honey cakes. They're sweet. And animals, for the most part, don't love honey cakes because they're too sweet for animals mostly. Although raccoons and stuff, I think, will kind of eat them. But like the squirrels and chipmunks, they don't like them. So all of a sudden, they will be eaten or bitten into or something. And you know that that was the work of the Fae because most of the offerings, they don't like, the animals don't like it. So that would be the Fae. Yes, unless you're doing spells that require it for sure. Milk. Fae like the milk. So when I leave out my honey cakes, I leave out a little thing of milk. I happen to be lactose intolerant. And so I've left out both. I've left out regular milk and I've left out almond milk, and they like both. I haven't had either one because I thought maybe they would like the almond milk better because it's, I don't know. To me, it's more natural, even though it's, milk is, I don't know, I'm crazy. But they like both, so it's okay either way. Yep. Crystal chips, absolutely. Now, I will say, be careful with crystal chips because, do they like grains and wheat? Yes, absolutely. Anything like that, I try to put out like a little bit like tumbled stones, because some of the birds sometimes will eat the crystal chips thinking that they are food. And I always worry about the little birdies coming to eat them. That's okay, Amethyst. Absolutely. Grains and wheat. I have fennel seeds. I've left out fennel seeds. What else? Trying to remember. Yeah, there's some really good fairy books out there that will tell you. No, Sarana, I'm not sure. And maybe they do use them to decorate their nests. That's possible. I don't know. Maybe I'm over worrying. I feel like if they ate them, that would be bad. But really, it's the crystal chips anyways. I don't ever leave out ones like malachite or anything that would be toxic if they ate them anyway. It would just go through. As long as they could eat them, I would think that they would just go through. Clear quartz, that's perfect. Yep, for sure. Think they like oats? Yep, absolutely. My birds are very picky, will only accept sunflower seeds. Really? It's funny. There's certain, especially like my blue jays. Oh, those fucking things. Blue jays are gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. But they are little assholes. And I had no idea. Like, I always thought blue jays were the prettiest things, and they really are. I have a bunch of blue jay feathers, and they're great. But blue jays are assholes. They are territorial, and they yell at the other birds, and They crack me up, but they are little asses. Cardinals are gorgeous, and they're very nice birds. And blue jays, you can hear them up there yelling at the other birds when they are ready to like to come down and eat. They yell at the other birds saying, "I'm coming." So everybody else get out of the way. They're terrible. You feel kind of like that with cardinals? Really? Yes, they steal eggs and eat them. Yep. Yep. Cardinals, I've never had a problem with my cardinals. They are very sweet. But, blue jays are little asses. All right, so let me just do a couple others so you can hear a couple other ones. Some of the other things, rose, chamomile, elderflower, vervain. Oh, incense. Let's make our incense. So, we did the oil. Where did I put the... All right, I had the... Oh, here it is. The cork in my hand. Time. Yep, absolutely. All right, so I'm going to put my oil down. Ooh. And move my pipettes. And I'm going to switch tables so that we can get the herb table a little closer. Now, once in a while, I also will use essential oils in my incense. You can put a couple drops of something if you don't have the herb to make it smell good. Ooh, you just have to watch it that, that you don't wet it so much that it won't dry out before you got to use it. Hi, Gypsy. Bye, Gypsy. Oh, Maddie. Blah, 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 Maddie. 42 messages. All right. So here we go. I'm going to use my granite. I just saw Maddie say we are probably bugging Mama Squirrel. Yes, Maddie. Squirrels are a bother here. They get into everything. Egyptian incense. Yes, recipes use oil. Yep. And they, what's it called? That, did you say it? Honey and raisins. Yes, it's called, what do I want to see? Cathor? That's not it, though. I'm sure you know this, Sarana. It is, are we dinging her phone? Yes, David. Yes, you are. What the heck is it? I cannot believe. Capit. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I have good news. Oh, hold on. Good practice opportunity. I have a spot at the Christmas in July market. It's one of the biggest markets in the region. I got one friend on board, and we are reading tarot. Yay! Welcome. Congratulations. What is wrong with me? Am I having a stroke? It's the full moon. Maddie. I saw that, and I read it to everyone. We are probably bugging the shit out of Mama Squirrel. Yes. 45 messages on there that I keep trying to ignore. I need a spanking and handcuffs. Yeah, Mama Squirrel is not doing that one. Look to date for that one. Sorry for the dinging. That's okay. All right, so I am using my granite mortar and pestle today. The Midsummer incense that I normally do, I will read this one first. So we're going to start with mugwort. Now, I will tell you, I'm even worse with incense as far as how much you use. I just throw in what I think I need. So I can't help you with how much of stuff you use. Hi, Pat. All right, so this is mugwort. Ooh, I'm going to have to get some more pretty soon. Oh, wait. Was it mugwort that Rachel brought us? I'm getting the whips out. I think it was mugwort that Rachel brought us during Tarot Stock. So I might have enough. Yes. Oh, good. So I have a bunch more. Perfect, because I'm running out. All right. So I used 2 big pinches. She brought 2 jugs of it. Awesome. I was going to give some to other people, and then like everything else, I forgot. Gonna whip and nay. Yes. All right. I use mugwort, lilac. Now, the lilac does not retain its scent very well. Yeah, it kind of doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell like very much either. But I use it for the property, and then I have my lilac oil, and I put a couple drops of lilac oil in it, which I will grab because it's right here. I hope. Yes. What do you use the lilac for? Lilac for the incense. Because to me, spring and summer is that lilac scent to me means, longer days and summer and warm weather and the fae and so I will put a couple drops of lilac on top of the lilac that isn't smelling anymore. Lilac is very good for protection for most people. And it's also good for, how do I want to say this? Committed relationship. So it helps to cement your committed relationship. That ding was Ash's, not me this time. Jasmine flowers. So this is the jasmine flowers. We're going to put some of them in. Did you ever read Practical Magic, the book? Yes. Loved that book. Loved it, loved it. Juniper berries. Juniper berries are really good for a lot of things in the spring and summer. So they look a lot like, your elderberries and that kind of thing. Woo, woo. I'm dropping them. Now, I will tell you, with juniper berries, you do not need very many to hold up, shut the front door, and say it. So there, Maddie, you did not know that Practical Magic was based off of a book? I know I pick on you because you won't read the paragraphs that I put in our chat. But you got to read that book. You're so cute. Oh, I love my Maddie. So juniper berries, you don't need very much. Yeah, it was a book long before it became a movie. And then benzoin or copal. Either is good. I would say either... hold up while I stock Amazon. I would use a light colored resin. So benzoin and copal are both light colored resins. And I would use a light colored resin for the Midsummer. Yeah, decades before. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got all this awesome stuff in there. In order to release the scent, that's why, more than anything, especially if you're using incense to burn, in order to release the scent, you're going to crush everything up and mix it together. And when you are mixing it together, you are putting the intention that you have for your midsummer celebration into your incense. So what are you thinking about? Midsummer. What's midsummer about? It is the longest day of the year. It is the celebrating the sun and the sun's brightest time. We're thinking about the Holly King is going to wound the Oak King. He doesn't die yet, but he is going to be wounded. So the Holly King wins over the Oak King, melting from the heat. Depends on where you live, I guess, Pat. True. Dying from the heat, right? We are talking about Land of the Midnight Sun, right? Celebrating the sun should really be good for me since I'm a Leo. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got the book. Must find. I gotta read that book. Must find now. Is it a second book or is it just from, I think there's a book too, right? To Practical Magic. I don't think I ever read that one, but I meant to. So we are talking about, this is the time where you're getting out with friends, where you're welcome. I thought so. Thank you, Kristen. Where you are celebrating things outside. So I always think of when we go into the darker seasons after fall, that's when we really are spending a lot of time with shadow work. That's when we are spending time with family more than our friends usually. No, Bob, no heat. If you're cold, find a blanket. The Rules of Magic is a prequel and talks about the ants in their childhood. Ooh, I don't think I read that one. Ooh, I would love to read that one. About the ants, that would be good. So summer is then more about, not that it's not about your family at all, but it is more about being with your outside family, being with the people that you, say, hey, come on over, or let's go meet and do something together. Or so it's really a socialization kind of thing. It's also another fire festival, so you should have a bonfire. It is under a house. I'm all about the warm. I know. I like the warm, but I don't love the heat. Autumn is like my favorite because I will go walking every day in the autumn. And I love the colors of the autumn. I just wish that it would not go to winter after that. Because then I hibernate and I don't come out. Although Dave and I were talking, we should go skiing. I would go skiing again. It's been a long ass time, but I would go skiing again because maybe that would get my fat ass out in the winter. Yeah, I love the fall. But it could be because I'm an air sign too, I need the wind and I love it. But anyway, so the summertime is really about that socialization and getting out and enjoying the sun and all that kind of stuff. It was 80 degrees at 3 a.m. Whew. I'm the person sitting with a sweatshirt, pants, and a jacket on top of the sweatshirt on in 100-degree weather. Oh my God. Hibernate in the winter. I do. When I am old, I will wear purple and make midnight margaritas. Yay! Love midnight margaritas. Put the lime in the coconut. All right, so we have put all of that intention. So and this is really important, guys. Whenever you're making a magical anything, when you're making an oil, when you're making an incense, you want to really think about the intention that you're setting. What do you want to set for that ritual? What do you want to set for that fae? That offering for the fae? What is it that it was 42 degrees in Rochester this morning in June. I know, it was crazy. Literally, they said on the news that last year today was 90 degrees. And today's high was 72. It's crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on. But climate change isn't real. So you want to make sure you're putting that intention in there because all that energy that you're putting in there is going to create the kind of mood that you want to create. Someone told me that the Oak King and the Green Man are seen as brothers. I have heard that. I have heard that they are seen as the same entity, but just different aspects of the same entity. For sure. You want to put that intention in there because you are setting that intention. So like, hi Cass. When Hexen and I made the anointing oil for the circle that I made. Went into panic mode because my phone died. Ah! And you left your charger at work. Oh no. I just kind of thought of what kind of intention we were going to be, and we literally sat or stood at my herb corner and pulled out stuff that I thought, oh, this will make it good. This will make it good. Well, everyone would love to stay, but I'm off to Dreamland. Bob, get some sleep, sweetheart. I hope tomorrow is better than today, for sure. Me too. I got to train another person tomorrow. Well, the same one from last week, but I got a second day training tomorrow. I really wish I could just be alone for once. I'm sick of it. But get some sleep. And it turned out amazing. Every single person has said to me how awesome that anointing oil smelled. I didn't intentionally get a recipe for anointing oil. I just kind of thought of what we wanted to do and pulled stuff off the shelf and put some oils in it and put some herbs in it, and it turned out amazing. Really amazing. So that's good. Now, yes, I hate training newbies. I hate it. I have so much patience when training stuff that I like, but when I'm like, just learn it, because I don't really care about this at all. That's like my job I have to do so I can come home and do the job that I love to do, which is this stuff. So when you do any kind of incense that is loose incense, you want to put it over charcoal discs. Or alternately, because hopefully it'll be decent weather outside, although Thursday night is supposed to pour, so maybe by Friday it'll be decent. You can throw it into your fire. And that'll help your fire to smell good too. It'll and release that intention that you put into your incense when you made it. Right? It's been over an hour. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. I'm never going to do a short video ever in my life. Send us some rain. Oh, I would love to, Shauna. You can have all of it for a while. We're really sick of it. We're having flooding issues, and Lake Ontario is flooding all over the place, and you can have it all. It's only been 15 minutes. Yeah, right. So some other things I will tell you. I brought some other herbs over here that I often use around the midsummer time. If you have a rose bush, when you trim it, save the wood for your fire. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Lavender. Lavender is always good. Mugwort. Chamomile. Chamomile is a good one. Dragon's blood. Elder wood and elder flowers. Cedar wood. Don't forget, I don't know, some of you may not have been here, but my trick with cedar wood, because cedar wood is not an easy wood to find, is if you go to Walmart and look under the pet bedding stuff, like for rabbits and gerbils and stuff, that is usually 100%, well, some of it is 100% cedar wood. So you can get your cedar wood for super cheap. It's just the bedding for rats and rabbits and that kind of thing. Or any pet supply store, exactly. Cedar wood. Vervain. Vervain is a big one for midsummer. It's in a lot of recipes. I absolutely need wood. I'll tell you, there's someone left this in our mailbox today. This is so bad. I'm terrible. I shouldn't show who it is, but yeah. So talking about Litha tree service. Don't use cedars for bunnies. It isn't good for them. Really? See, now I didn't know that, Cassie. I don't have bunnies and I probably never will, but I will buy it from them for the cedar wood. Hawthorn, good for Faye? Absolutely, for sure. Red cedar, pine. Red cedar, either. Any. For sure. And it says, good afternoon. My company's larger crew will be doing tree work near your home in the next week or so. If you have a large tree or multiple trees you need removed, trimmed, or need clearing work done, now would be a great time to save on a larger tree care product. So all I can think of is, ooh, I wonder if they would drop stumps off at my house so I could finish my circle out there with stumps and have a really big one for the altar. I don't need any tree work, but would you drop some at my house so I can roll them down the hill and use them? I may call them. I just may have to call them and say, hey, what can you do for me? I'll take some of those trumps, those big, huge. It would be really nice to have a really big one, like waist high and really wide for the middle to do for the altar. Because I have kind of a real short one that works okay and it's pretty big. But it would be awesome to have a really big one for the altar in the middle. And then, yeah, to form the circle. The rest of them, I would do the outside to form the rest of the circle. I think I'm going to call them and ask, what do I have to do to get you to drop some stumps off at my house? Rosemary. Rosemary's a big one. Vervain, elder, lotus. If you happen to be able to get your hands on some lotus. Lilac. So think of what's blooming. Anything that's blooming is rose petal, rose buds. Peony. My peonies are out. And I have a whole big jar of peony leaves. The roots are really good too, but I don't ever plan on, digging mine up. Lotus is yes, absolutely very sacred. What, honey?
Back, first of all, it's a long night. Don't really want to talk about all that.
Long night.
I'm gonna shower really quick though.
Okay, honey. I won't use water. Divine Feminine, yes. And, lotus, the symbolism of the lotus flower to me, I always love, the Buddha saying is, did you gather the peony petals? Not this year, I haven't yet, although I have a couple of my peonies on my altar here. I can. Witchy woo. What did you say? Did I miss something? It's so hard, guys. It goes so fast. My peonies just left, but I did save some. I love them. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Was that hubby? No, actually, that was Dustin. He's the third sundown, and he was in his robe. So I was gonna turn the camera, but he has nothing to do with it. So it's like, yeah, hi. Yeah, the chat just goes really, really fast sometimes. But yes, the peony flowers, it's that energy for midsummer for me. That anything that is growing around you, that's the energy for your midsummer. And then you kind of mix stuff together that smells really awesome. Right? Hi, Shamara. All right. So, midsummer is Friday. Tonight is the new moon. So if you want to, set some of your crystals out, if you want to do, I hear Maddie's doing a full moon ritual. I might go out and do something because it's not raining for once. Yay. Have you ever grown a lotus seed? It's quite fantastic to see them sprouting in clear jar. I have not. Oh, that's what I was saying though, is the lotus, the energy of the lotus to me is great because, the Buddha talks about the lotus is what grows from the mud. And just that image of, how it can grow from something kind of nasty and and out of the mud comes this gorgeous lotus. It's that magical energy that I think is great. All right, Karen, thanks so much. I have so many new stones to charge tonight. Yay! I know this is going to be the first full moon, at least since I got my new Scully. I'm going to put my new Scully out. And is there anything else about Litha or Midsummer that you guys want to talk about this week before Litha? We can do recipe, like food recipes. We talked about a little bit. The lemonade and the lavender simple syrup, honey cakes. So much, Mama, many questions. I want to put all of mine out, but the rain keeps coming and going. Yeah, I can't put all of mine out. I do that once a year, usually. And it depends. It's usually sometime in the summer. And I just do it once a year because it'll take me 2 days to put them all out. New quartz point, new tiger's eye point, new pyrite. Yay! Ooh, that's a good combination. What's the new Scully? He is the, I think I showed him before, but I'll get him out. Her she is. I believe it's a she. It's the Shivalingam. Where'd you go? Here she is. My Shivalingam that Hexen bought me when we were at the gem show. Isn't she cute? I just love her. The balance of her is amazing. Family photo is neat. I know, right? I know. Wow, family photo. I haven't had a family photo of all of them for a while. Scored it for $30. That's awesome. And it's huge. You gonna post a picture of it in the group, Pat? I gotta see it now. Did Shauna tell you? I don't want to say. Is Austin right there? Does he know his thing is coming? You did? Oh, good. I'll get to look at it when I'm done. You are so welcome. If you guys want any other like recipes, ideas, you didn't say anything to them? Okay. It should be there Wednesday. So, let me know in the group, and I will plan to, do a couple more Litha videos then. I'm trying to think. Ritual. We really should do a ritual for Litha, right? Do you think you can share the recipe for those honey cakes? Yes, I did. I think I shared them for Beltane, but absolutely. I will share them again. They are really good. And the Fae love him. I want so bad to tell you what he's doing for you. I know. I tried not to say anything because the little kid in me is like, so what? What's he doing? What? But I want it to be a surprise for him because he's so damn cute. I just love my little Austin. Hi, Courtney. Yeah, so I don't know. Do we want to do a ritual on Friday night, a group ritual? I could bring the camera out to the circle, I bet. It's hard to do by myself, like a big ritual out in the circle. But I can try. The sky was clear. So Friday night. Now, normally I would do it. You're working, huh, Hex? And I can see those sad faces. Normally I would do it Thursday night or Friday morning because technically, it's usually the night before. But Thursday night is supposed to pour here, and then it's supposed to be decent Friday. I'm going to, Hexen, just as a little aside, I'm going to call in Friday. It is Litha, and we never call in. So maybe it's the day to call in. I'm just saying. We never call in. And I forgot to take off, and normally I take off. So I'm planning on just calling in. That means I won't be able to post anything like on my main page, but that's why I love that we have our little group, because you can too, Hexen. You're just a little wussy. I know I always was too. And even now I'm like, oh, I really shouldn't call in because then they have to bring somebody out there. And I know. I requested off, but because Tarot Stock was so close to it, I didn't want to. Yeah, I've got the black lung. I didn't want to ask for another day like that close to when I just taken a week and a half off for Tarot Stock. But Exactly. Can we maybe do something we can all do on our own but together? I'm going camping Friday to Sunday and I will be so close to nature, but unfortunately taking some time away from my phone. I can post a couple like ritual kind of things that you can do, not near your phone. Super random, but I just looked at the date. My birthday is 10 days away. Yay! Happy birthday. All right, guys, it's an hour and a half. Holy freaking crap. I have to go pick up Peter and, well, he gets out at 10. So I need some of me time before Peter gets home. Oh, and I got to be to work at 7:15 to start training tomorrow. Hexen is for religious purposes. Exactly. Just saying, Hexen. I understand how people use sugar in their tea. I do. No problem, honey. I love you all. If you want to know anything else before Litha, let me know. Don't forget it's the full moon tonight. Set your stuff out that you want charged. First Amendment. That's right. I love you guys. Have a good night. Happy oil.